Hey, how's it going? Check this out. I found this the other day. Welcome back to Just a Thought, with a series where I ramble some bollocks. Today's bollocks is around this. Enjoy the process. Mentally, it's been a very tough year. If you're like me, you've been struggling with a lot of stuff, with everything. Let's not beat around the bush, with life. The one thing I've been really struggling with is just all my photography and video making and getting out of bed and bothering to do anything. I think social media has given us this opportunity to share our content, our images, and meet people and talk to people. There's a great side to it, but then there's the side of it that kind of, I don't know, like oversaturates it. Sometimes you become a slave to the whole process. And I've really struggled working out what the hell I like doing. Why do I bother? Why do I upload a photo? Why am I posting a photograph? And I sit there second guessing myself all the time. And then I found this, right? I'm working on a project that's kind of cool, that's involving me looking through photos, right? Anyway, this, if you're not familiar with this stuff, this is light-proof plastic. This is what you would get photographic paper in years ago. I have tons of this stuff in boxes everywhere, and I found this the other day, and I laughed when I looked through these photos. When I got into photography myself and got my first camera, it was an MZ50. It was an SLR film camera, and I shot film for years because DSLRs weren't really consumer ready. I mean, I think the first Canon 1D or something came out 2001 or 2002 or something, and it was a ridiculous price. And it was 4 megapixels. The sensors were ridiculous. I shot film for ages, and I loved shooting film. And I was going through these photographs, and I was just like, what was this guy thinking when he took a photograph? Was he worried about how many likes it would get? Who he was gonna tag? What hashtags would be relevant? No, this guy was not thinking about this. This guy just took his camera out, took photos of shit that he liked. That was it. It was that simple. When I look back at this stuff, and I look, I mean, some of these photos are shit, right? That's a tap. Just a tap. It's an out of focus photo of my mate Ali. Ridiculous. Not even a proper long exposure of some water. How many times have we seen waterfall photographs now? Normally they have a leaf in them there somewhere, and this is all blurred out. Anyway, not the point, okay? A lot of these shots, for anyone as well not familiar with film or shooting film and stuff, you ever when you're looking at, if you're ever editing a Lightroom and you're looking at your crop, or your crop in post-production, I was a big fan of not cropping. So see this bleed mark around the outside here? This was supposed to be the full transparency, full disclosure. That's how I framed that shot. That was how I framed it. Just the bin there. Just the bin inch. I mean, the bin is the thing. And what I like, when I look through all these old photos, what I'm not doing is worrying about grades, I'm not worried about presets, I'm not worried about do they all match? Do they all look good on my grid? I just look at each photo and I either smile or laugh or reminisce, because all these photos have stories. And these are just a few examples I found. I don't know where the rest of them are, but just a few examples I found, and just shots that I would have taken years ago. And all of these, by the way, I would have developed myself. Everything. Check this out. You're familiar with a contact sheet in Photoshop or Lightroom? That's a real contact sheet. So this would have been shot on Ilford HP5 films. I would have developed the film myself in a darkroom. I would have developed the photographs myself. I would have developed the contact strips. I would have gone through and done test strips to set my exposure. And then I would have enlarged all my photographs onto actual physical photo paper. And it's incredible to hold them and look at it and just think about this. I don't know what was going through my head or what wasn't going through my head really. I just went out and took photographs of stuff that I liked, things that I saw, things that interest me, and every single one of those photos is a bit more of a memory. And I enjoyed that process. So it's something I've been going through a lot recently, and I haven't been enjoying the process of taking photos. In the last couple of years, I blame social media for that, but I blame myself as well for getting sucked into the bullshit around all of that. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have noticed a bit of a change in my posting recently, in the way I'm displaying my photos. And it's because I'm just starting to enjoy taking photos, looking at photos, and sharing photos a lot more. And it came from just like resetting my mind. It's not easy, and it's a daily battle, but it's little things like this. It's looking through these photos and going, the whole process of this, of going out, of shooting a photo, of developing the film and the photo, going through it all and coming out with something tangible at the end, is kind of what made all that special. I'm working toward this. It's part of a bigger plan of things I'm going to be doing going forward, but for the time being, I'm just trying to find a way to share my photos in a way that means more to me, so that hopefully it means more to you, and this means more to us, right? Like legit, back in the day, if you expose your photo like that and had this bleed, I was like, kudos. If you came out with like a crisp edge, if I find one, this boy doesn't do crisp edges. They ain't anywhere, no crisp edges. Right? If you came out with like a real hard edge around your photograph, I mean that one's kind of tight, then you would know that you'd cropped it in post. They'll be cropping in post. Cropping in post is lazy photography. Guess what I do a lot of now? Cropping in post. I didn't crop in post back then. I shot my photo and I accepted my composition for what it was, enjoyed my photography, moved on with my life. So I'm gonna bask in the goodness of old photographs. And hopefully, if you're feeling like me and you've been feeling a little bit like meh, yeah, what's the point? Why bother? Why upload? Just do it for you. Who cares about the algorithm? Who cares about the likes, really? You know, they are good. They do feel great, right? Feels great when loads of people like your photographs. But that should be a secondary thing around it. It should be for you. You should enjoy taking your own photos, because we're all capturing our own stories, our own memories. Go out with friends, take photos, learn stuff, share stories, capture memories. Other generic quotes inserted here. But legit, just go and enjoy the process. Have fun, all right? More videos hopefully coming soon. Yeah, thanks for tuning in to another waffly episode of Just a Thought. Hopefully it helped. If you are struggling, or you're going through similar issues, or what do you enjoy about photography, or videoing, or doing art, painting? Maybe you paint. Maybe you're a professional colorer. Maybe you're a sketch artist. Maybe just a doodler. Maybe you just like drawing on your hands. What do you like doing? Do you enjoy the process? Hope so.